that I'm living, wouldn't trade it for nothing. Pop the top off the bottle, nigga, blaze up something. Take the coke out the pot, nigga, weigh up something. Bring the block back to life, I was raised up hustling. Dolphins love me, call me the wake up man. Surround the kitchen, mouth drooling when I shake up grams. Take a full pull and shake my hand and say, God damn. Nephew, where you get that from? And when you get through cooking, let me get them crumbs. I keep A1, they all know me on the spot. Fuck selling weight, chop the whole key in the rocks. First nigga on the block, last nigga to leave. Under bucket with my daughter, diaper bag full of cream. Digital triple beam, make sure the grams ain't off. Cause in the drought, you know it's hard to get your hands on soft. Pay attention, I can show you how to do this, son. Separate the 20s from the 10s, 5 from the 1s. Separate the 20s from the 10s, 5 from the 1s.
How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all. Hold on. It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Y'all ready for these old school turf stories? You know what I'm talking about. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing out there today, man? How was your Turf Talk Tuesday? You know what I'm talking about? Did you keep it on the gooch? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with people like hee ha ha? You know what I'm talking about? Ken and the pen. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated, all my folks in the incarcerated, you know what I'm talking about, round world. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks on the bottom of the game, all my folks on top of it, man. Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Swain that faggot young man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? Ndugu. Fresh. You know what I'm talking about? Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Lil Rude. Not Lil Rude. Lil Rude. You know what I mean? Tata the player. That's who comes next. You know what I'm talking about? Same thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up. All my folks on the bottom of the game, all my folks on top of that thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get through these disclaimers now. Good brother like myself. Good brother like myself. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no drug usage. I don't promote no drug sellage. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no alcohol consumption. Don't take a sip of the sippage. You know what I'm talking about? Don't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off them people. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't. You know what I'm talking about? Promote. You know what I'm talking about? No. Negativity. That ain't what I do. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I don't promote shit. All I promote is y'all do what you gonna do with your time. Make sure you find the right thing to do with it. We don't know how much we got people. You know what I'm talking about? But a good brother like myself, I ain't prejudiced. I ain't got nothing against the sexually different. I ain't got nothing against the little people. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I love everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? And that love back to the YouTube community. Is you with me? Come on. Fuck with your partner. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing out there on this Turf Talk Tuesday? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ready for one of these turf stories? You know what I'm talking about? Here we go, man. Now you got to remember this one. If you've been following me, man, I had a story called Other People Medications. You know what I'm talking about? It's my partner from then. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to tell y'all what happened when I seen him on the streets. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all the bitches with a strong face but weak pussy looking at nothing but garbage. I see you. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? It. You can do some sit-ups. Damn, I see you, man. I see you. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? But listen, man, my partner from Other Medications, man, listen. My partner, right, he one of them dudes, you know what I'm talking about? You could be at the motherfucking Oscars or something. That nigga gonna be talking about West Block. You know what I'm talking about? He one of them niggas. He can't let go. And if you remember, I told you somebody else took his pills, so he was off one of the pills or something. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what that motherfucker was for or what, man. You know what I'm talking about? But he was taking the motherfuckers. So look, I'm out there at the front of the pizza place when it's early morning too, right? I ain't seen this nigga since the Other People Medication story, right? I ain't seen him since Santa Rita. So here he comes, just walking down the street. I was surprised, you know what I'm talking about? First thing that I noticed was kind of out of place, right? This nigga was eating on some chicken. When I tell you, nigga had hella grease on his face and on his hands and shit. It looked like that nigga stuck his face in the fryer, nigga, and bobbed for some chicken or something, right? But I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm talking about? The chicken might be hella good. You feel me? So I ain't say nothing. You know, nigga shake your hand, you go in for the elbow, though, because that nigga had hella grease on his goddamn fingers. So we did that, right? So he went into the halfway house that was right there. Y'all remember that Victory Outreach place or whatever? They used to come in the back of the pizza place, wave you like that to come up there and serve some of that stuff. So look. He go up in that place, I don't think nothing happened. About 10 minutes later, man, here come the ambulance and shit, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, man, what the fuck did happen, right? They come out, it's this nigga on the stretcher. But when this nigga come out on the stretcher, this nigga hand up like this. On the stretcher like he got injured in a football game or something. And he was trying to give them niggas the thumbs up to let it know it's all right, right? So I ain't seen him since then, right? One day I'm out there on the floor again. Here this nigga come walking to Hell MacArthur again, right? He didn't even know it was me. I seen him. I'm like, bro, where you going? He get hella excited when he see me. Oh, man, what's going on? This nigga now told me. This nigga just told me he walked from John George's, right? And if you just think about that, you can't even walk straight down MacArthur to John George, because when you get down there around 164th or something, you're going to have to go up. It's going to take you hella long to get to John George. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know who backyard he done have, right? That nigga feet just to smoking. So look, he hella happy and shit. He was like, oh, man, what you say when we was in the joint? You know what I'm talking about? Tell you, one of them niggas still talking about, can you buy me a drink? He say, no, he be like, man, you remember when I gave you a shot of coffee in reception? He one of them niggas. Yeah, he was like, that what you did on the street. So he talking about when we was in jail, talking about when we see each other, we gonna buy him a drink. Talking about, can we go to drink? I'm like, so come on, man. So we go down there to Giants, right? I'm like, E, what you drinking? Now I'm thinking this nigga finna say gin, you know what I'm talking about? Tanqueray, Hennessy, something like that, man. That nigga go straight to the cooler, grab a 40 ounce, you know what I'm talking about? 8-ball. So I'm like, you sure you want some beer, bro? You don't want no Remy, nothing like that? He was like, no, man, he got that 8-ball, 40 ounce, you know what I'm talking about? We go back down to the car. We drinking, this nigga talking about he work at the Raider games and shit, and just let him get $5 to get to work, and he gonna be back later on tonight with some Raider tickets, you know what I'm talking about? What's that, on the 50-yard line seats, you know what I'm talking about? Nigga give him $5. Nigga ain't seen E in about, I don't know, about 2 more months, right? They got a party at the Aruru house. Here come E walking down MacArthur again. I'm gonna tell you how he butter us up this night though. Talking about, oh yeah, man, this motherfucker jumping. Come on, let's go get some drink. So somehow he done talked all of us to giving him money to go get the drinks, right? This nigga walked to the 82nd store, bruh. We like, damn, this nigga taking hella long. We go down there, man. That nigga ain't nowhere to see, right? That nigga got to that store, to the corner. He looked to see. We turned around. That nigga burn rubber, right? A dirty trick he was playing with us. Right? So look, this is the last time I seen E, man. This is when I just had enough of E. I was done with E, right? He came, I was already mad about these 2 times. We been giving him a little bit of money. He ain't kept to his word. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't held up to his promise. You know what I'm talking about? So he come walking down the street, there's some bitches out there. I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna go on and get E laid. These bitches out there, I'm talking about everybody drunk and shit. Here come E. Right? Goddamn, E wanna ride somewhere, ain't nobody finna take E nowhere. Your gig is up, man. Ain't nobody fucking with you no more. I'm like, look, E, I'm finna hook you over one of these bitches or something, right? I see an E over there with the bitch or whatever. We still on MacArthur talking, man. The bitch come back, she like, DB, what's wrong with your partner? This nigga hella boozy. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? This nigga, he done went over there and asked the bitch if she ever been in jail. I'm like, he asked you what? This nigga went over there and asked the bitch if she ever went to jail, man. So I'm like, oh, man, what the fuck going on? So I go over there, I'm like, E, man, what the fuck going on, nigga? You had some bitch, what the fuck is you doing? He was like, yeah, man, I need to know if that bitch went to jail or not, because if she went to jail, I need to read her paperwork.